Welcome into the Broncos Breakdown. We are presented to you guys by BetQL. Go ahead and use that link at the bottom of your screen, chatsports.com/BroncosQL. Then use the discount code ChatBroncos. They're going to give you guys a 25% discount. They've got a great subscription for you, so check them out, BetQL. All right, let's head into the main attraction here, what we've all been waiting for. Week 1 of the NFL regular season. That's right, Broncos, they are going to be boarding the plane in just a few days to travel over to New Jersey to take on the New York Giants. Broncos are 3-point favorites on the road. And let's check out the notes. Here's what we got to know about this Broncos team going into this season. So, of course, Teddy Bridgewater will make his actual Broncos debut. Of course, the preseason counts, but I'm talking like regular season, real Broncos debut. Now, probably the most exciting thing we're going to see on the field is finally Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, knock on wood, reunite as Denver will showcase, in my opinion, one of the best defenses in the NFL. Just the talent in this defense from top to bottom and the depth is unbelievable, and I think the whole NFL, Broncos fans know this, right? But the whole NFL is going to learn about this early on. Now, here's what I'm looking for. Can the Broncos please get their first September win in the last 2 seasons? 0-3 starts the last 2 years under head coach Vic Fangio. Good way to break that. Play Daniel Jones and the Giants. They've been just bums lately. But here's what we're looking at for New York. They are hopeful to have Saquon Barkley back in time for Week 1. Tore his ACL against the Chicago Bears back in Week 2 a year ago. So it's a little bit up in the air for him. He was limited in practice as we record this right now on Wednesday. We'll see what happens. Now, Kenny Golladay, that was the big free agent splash the Giants made. It looks like he is definitely a go for Sunday. I think it's a little unclear, but I think it's a go. And for Daniel Jones, it is put up or shut up time for the quarterback out in New York. Going into year 3, we'll talk about this more later on, but he's got to make a case right now to keep himself as the starting QB in the Giants. So let's play a quick game here. Tell me who will score the first touchdown of this game. You go Melvin Gordon, right? I don't think it's a bad idea. 9 touchdowns a season to go. Why not pound it in on the run game? Maybe Jerry Jeudy starts his sophomore breakout season with a bang, including a touchdown from Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know, maybe 35 yards in the first quarter. Just throwing out random guesses here. But let me know. Hop down in the comments. First touchdown of the game. Broncos fans, we've got an excellent deal like I mentioned earlier. BetQL, they are our presenting sponsor today. And here's the deal. Use the link right below, chatsports.com/BroncosQL. When you're there, they're going to give you a 25% off discount with the promo code ChatBroncos. So what does BetQL do? Listen, if you guys are tired of losing to Vegas and you're looking to actually make some money, BetQL, they've got it for you. Their computers scan over 350,000, okay? Yeah, big time, 350,000, just analyzing the entire world for best bets to make, over-under, spreads, player props, you name it, they've got it. So sign up right now at BetQL so you can actually start making some money and stop lying to your girlfriend or wife or whoever that runs your bank account about where that random money went into that Latvian bank deposit. I don't want to talk about it because I've been there before. Head over to BetQL. Here's one of their 5-star bets, okay? 5-star bet means they are loving it. They've got Dolphins -3 over the New England Patriots. That's one of their 5-star bets, taking the Dolphins right there. It's also it's the Nick Saban Bowl, right? You've got Tua Tagovailoa taking on his understudy in Mac Jones. So go over to BetQL, use the link at the bottom, and then the promo code ChatBroncos. Von Miller makes his actual return, not preseason return, but regular season return. First time suiting up in an NFL regular season game since Week 16 of 2019. And here's what I'm really looking for out of Von. How about a nice punch out, all right? Looking for that first forced fumble since Week 7 of 2018. Miller is one of the best in the NFL at creating fumbles, but without playing at all last year and just a dry spell in 2019, it's been a while. And what better person to get a fumble against than Daniel Jones? He's like Oprah. You get a fumble, you get a fumble. They just hand him out over there in New York. So Von Miller going up against a weak offensive line. Let's push this offensive line. Yep. So here's what we've got working right now for the New York Giants. It is not the best. Andrew Thomas at left tackle a first-round draft pick not long ago out of Georgia, has just been a bit of a disappointment. And then at right tackle, it's kind of a rotation right now between one of the worst NFL free agency signings for the Giants recently, and Nate Solder, and Peart as well. So those two will kind of rotate along with Thomas. We'll see what it looks like. I don't think they even know what they're going to do. But all the Von Miller talk, it's got to be going. So where to begin? Your favorite Von Miller moment. There's so many to pick from, right? First off, I mean, it's a Super Bowl. That's the correct answer, but there are a million correct answers as well. You can go with, of course, the Cam Newton, fumble, and the Newton just, I don't even know what to describe that, but now we're getting back in our feels. So, do us a favor, though. Help us get to 4,000 subscribers. We are knocking on the door, just over 40 away, 3,956 as it currently stands. Go ahead right now and subscribe to the Broncos Breakdown. If you can't wait for week 1, can't wait for the Broncos to pick up their first win in the season, make that big red subscribe button a gray one. You know what's going to help the Broncos win in week 1? The new sheriff in town, Teddy Bridgewater. Now, I'm not talking Peyton Manning sheriff-wise, but we do have a new guy under center. He's going to make his third start for his third team in as many years, as he's gone from the Saints to the Panthers and now the Broncos. But here's a great thing about Bridgewater, okay? He's 15-14 on the road in his career, which I think if you kind of look at it two ways, 15-14 doesn't jump out to you, but above 500 on the road, a lot of quarterbacks would love to have that stat going for them. But here's my takeaway right here. Play Vic Fangio football. What does that mean? Protect the football and let your defense win the game. Don't let your offense shoot themselves in the foot and get in the way of the defense. But also, I have a kinda down there. Why? Because you have Jerry Jeudy. You invested a first-round draft pick a year ago in him. He's not just a dunk down in the flat kind of receiver. Stretch the field. Take some chances. Be a little aggressive. Don't get carried away with it. But at the end of the day, protect the football. But also, don't be afraid to look to Jeudy down the sideline. Now, here's someone who's not good at protecting the football. Daniel Jones, entering his third season with the Giants, 8-18 overall in his career. I'm kind of ragging on DJ. He's still waiting for that healthy supporting cast and that offensive weapons to really join him. He's never fully had them all at once. Barkley went down last year. Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton have never fully stayed healthy, and now they pick up Kenny Golladay in free agency, who's got a bit of an injury history himself. So the thing I've got at the bottom, though, just one career comeback win in his entire career. So what's the game plan for the Broncos? Get ahead and then let your defense do their magic, because I don't like the chances of them coming back. Now look at the depth chart here for the Giants. Without Saquon Barkley, I've got him in there right now. They're looking at a familiar face for Broncos fans. Of course, Devontae Booker, RB2 right there for the G-Men. I think Barkley's going to go, but I'm guessing he's going to be on a pitch count. So what do I mean by that? He'll probably play about 70% of the snaps, something like that. Hard to say, but look for a decent amount of touches for the former Bronco Devontae Booker as RB2. Now here's who I'm watching for on defense. Leonard Williams coming off just a phenomenal season. I'm playing Mad Lib here, trying to figure out the best adjective. Yeah, 11.5 sacks last year for the Giants. I mean, Leonard Williams is just a one-man wrecking crew. So the Broncos offensive line will have their hands full with him. But outside of him, you've got, not a ton of huge playmakers. This Giants defense is coming up kind of, but they haven't really established themselves just yet. Guys, today's Broncos Breakdown is brought to you by BetQL. They are just the best in the biz at helping you make some money, actually knocking off Vegas. So here's what you do. You use the link down below. Then you go over 25% off when you use that promo code ChatBroncos when putting it in your cart. And what are they going to do? They're going to give you guys good bets to actually make. And this time, now you're done giving your money over to your weird second cousin, and you can actually make some green, okay? Thanks to our friends over at BetQL. Check them out right now. They love making you money, so you know what they say, you gotta spend money to make money, am I right? So check them out. Use that link down below in the promo code ChatBroncos. All right, the position battle I'm really watching for is going to be the wide receivers and the DBs. And I'm talking about the Giants wide receivers and the Broncos DBs. Why? Because the Broncos, they paid a ton of money for this secondary. So can we really see it in full effect here? Picked up Kyle Fuller in free agency. Ronald Darby signed to a 3-year deal. You invested the 9th overall pick in Patrick Surtain. And, of course, Bryce Callahan entering his 3rd and final year. One of the best slot corners in the NFL. This is going to be, in my opinion, the best cornerback room and probably secondary across the entire NFL. And the Giants wide receivers, they are in for a long day. Kenny Golladay, Sterling Shepard, and Darius Slayton, the top 3 guys, all 3 always plagued with injuries. It's kind of a bummer. You never want to see that, but none of them are going to have any easy day. And you look at Kyle Fuller probably takes on Golladay from that NFC North matchup when they play with Chicago and Detroit respectively. And then you just throw whoever you want on Shepard, most likely Darby. And, of course, Surtain, he can fly all over. He can cover tight ends. Von Miller kind of leaked that out of the cat's bag earlier in practice this week. But it doesn't matter who you want on who. The Broncos secondary is just way too good for this Giants wide receiver core. So, before we wrap up and call it a show, predict the score for me. Get in the comments. Let me know how much you got the Broncos winning by. Personally, I've got Denver over New York. We're going to call it 27-19. Why? Because it's week 1 and scores are always a little funky. But I've got the Broncos over the Giants, 27-19. Defenses taking effect in this game, but ultimately the Broncos carried away.